Alright, good day and welcome back to this channel. Please, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so well and subscribe. Alright, on to what is reaching us today. Let's read the headlines. Nigeria loses patience with your government over dawn scarcity. Senate warns Tinubu. Right now, the news in details says we have nothing in our food reserve across the country. The silos are empty. By Henry Umara say, Abuja, the Senate has called on the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, address the problem of hunger in the land caused by food insecurity, which has created what it described as an emergency. During to the Senate, President Bola Tinubu-led federal government should take measure to fight the current food insecurity in the country by outlining some measures to combat the situation, just as it warned that with hunger and poverty in the land, patient tolerance are both elastic, but they are not entirely elastic as people are already losing patience. The Senate also warned against the looming crisis, saying that the country would not like the kind of thing that we'll see in our streets, stressing that it was time the country, especially the executive of government, takes every possibility action as the government cannot take the people for granted for too long, adding that they have come almost to the end of the patience. The Senate noted that over the past few months, price of goods and wholesale consumable has been a significant rise in the country, leading to the high inflation rate, weakening purchasing power, and a general deterioration in living conditions of the vast majority of Nigerians. The Senate has disclosed that as an emergency solution to address the problem of food scarcity, the federal government has deployed 60 trucks of fertilizer to each of the 36 states of the federation, with 2 per Senate and 1 truck of each member of the House of Representatives. Resolution of the Senate yesterday were subsequent into the motion titled Urgent Need to Address Food Insecurity and Market Exploitation of Consumables in Nigeria. It was sponsored by the Senate Sunday Camera, APC Kogi West, and co-sponsored by the Senate Whip, Senator Ali Udume, APC Borno South. In his presentation, Senate Camera noted that in the last few months, the price of goods and household consumables have been on an abnormal rise in the country, leading to the high rate of inflation, weakened buying power, and general worsening of living conditions of the vast majority of Nigeria. According to him, the latest data by Nigeria National Bureau of Statistics shows that food inflation in the country skyrocketed to 40.66% on year-on-year basis, a significant increase from the 24.82% recorded in May 2023. He said that the Senate is aware the country market price of food items such as beans, maize, rice, paddy, yam, tomatoes, and onions, which initially rose by about 40% after the removal of fuel subsidy, has now increased to over 100 to 300 without any attribution reason for the increase in price. Karima said the Senate is further aware that although insecurity in food producing region, bad road, increase in the cost of transportation attributed to the removal of fuel subsidy and depreciation of value of naira are possibly factors that contributed to the increase in the price of food items, household commodities, and consumables. The percent of increase in the cost of transportation and some other factors listed above is significantly less than the percent increase in the current price of goods all over the country. Concerned that the greater percentage of the increase in price of food items and consumables in the country is not only due to this factor but to the surge of merchants, traders, and retailers to make subnormal profits release their excuse the hike in price on this factor, depreciating of naira against dollar, increase in price of petroleum products due to fuel price increasing the security in farming region, thereby heaping on all blames of federal government. Note that there is a general attitude to get rich quickly or get rich by all means, leading many Nigerians to justin, being their brother's keeper and exploiting one another to make abnormal profits. This attitude has been justified on basis that many members of the political classes, technocrats, corporate elites have helped themselves with public funds without any restriction in law. Nigerian traders have thus resulted in price goring to maximum profit. Further note that these are reports that farming communities in the borders region with other countries prefer to sell their food items abroad to these neighboring countries rather than domestically to the hinterland, thereby increasing local food insecurity and concluding that all efforts made by the current federal executive to arrest the consistent increase in food inflation have not yielded the desired result. There is a need to be more pregnant about addressing food insecurity, curbing head farmers' crisis, kidnapping for ransom and terrorism, and ensuring the development of viable national commodity board to regulate the price of grain and ensure the elimination of artificial contribution to food and commodity inflation in Nigeria. In his contribution, Udume, who lamented that this was the first time Nigeria was listed as one of the countries battling food insecurity, said in their many publications they said Nigeria is likely to experience the highest section of food insecurity globally. Currently, there are 4 countries, including Southern and some others, that are facing very serious insecurity. Nigeria is adding to the list this year by the International Rescue Committee as one of the spots for food insecurity action against hunger. World Food Programme also indicates that over 32 million people are expected to face a critical hunger crisis and emerging levels between June and August. I don't know about some other colleagues, but there in North we have stated seeing it visibly. This is the first time we are experiencing this level of hunger. It is the first time Nigeria is being listed as one of the countries with food insecurity. On his part, the immediate past president of the Senate, Senator Ahmed Lawan, APC Yoruba North, towards his colleagues that the people are really hungry in the country, warning that patience and tolerance are both elastic, but they are not internally elastic. Just as he took a swipe at the federal government, saying that the government has nothing in the food reserve across the country and that the silos are empty. Lawson said, "Let me say here that the patience and tolerance are both elastic, but they are not internally elastic. Our students are facing really real anger. I traveled to 2 states last week in the north particularly, have seen firsthand how people, especially those who are not in the civil service, nor in a business, are suffering, fighting and struggling to have food at least once a day." Under normal circumstances, Mr. President, in rainy season from maybe June up to September or October, when there will be harvest of new foodstuff, prices escalating price of foodstuff. Now we don't have. That's the truth. Mr. President, in today's National Daily, the executive arm of government is saying that it is considering reducing or removing taxes on imported foodstuff. Here is the catch. The Senate must engage the executive immediately. What are the issues? Which taxes are they talking about? Because we should be seen to be doing the right thing. We have little or nothing in our food reserve across the country, and nobody, if they come and tell us they will distribute foodstuff from our silos, the silos are empty, so it means we have to import food. And if we have to import, it means we need foreign exchange. We won't like the kind of thing that would see in our streets, and it is time that we take every possibility action to get out of the event of the arm of government to ensure that food floods our country, the right food importation. The government must be entirely responsible because we cannot take people for granted for too long. We have come almost to the end of the patient, and I think the elastic is now going to snap if we are not careful. In his remarks, the president of Senate, Senator Akpabio, noted that the food insecurity followed the insecurity that has ravaged the country. Alright, this is reaching us today. Don't